Think about the last thing you touched. Your phone? Your chair? The air? What if I told you that you have never actually touched anything in your entire life? At the atomic level, atoms have a negative charge, and because like charges repel, they never actually make contact. You are essentially floating on a microscopic cushion of electromagnetic force. This is just the beginning. Today, we are diving into the facts that prove the world is far stranger than you were ever taught. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, your perception of time, space, and your own body will be permanently altered. Did you know that outer space actually has a smell? Astronauts returning from spacewalks have consistently reported a distinct odor clinging to their suits. They describe it as a mix of seared steak, hot metal, and even welding fumes. We often think of the Aztec Empire as ancient, deep history. But here is a reality check. Oxford University was already teaching students for over 200 years before the Aztec Empire was even founded in 1325. While the Aztecs were building their magnificent city of Tenochtitlan, scholars in England were already debating philosophy. Deep beneath your feet, there is a massive social network that makes the internet look like a toy. It's called the Wood Wide Web. Trees communicate with each other using an intricate underground network of fungal mycelium. Through this fungal internet, trees share nutrients and warn each other of pests. Time is not the constant you think it is. Thanks to Einstein's theory of relativity, we know that time actually moves slower the closer you are to a massive object. This means your feet are technically younger than your head because they are closer to the Earth's center of gravity. Your stomach is a lot more dangerous than you realize. The hydrochloric acid produced by your stomach lining is so potent that it can dissolve stainless steel and even zinc. You are essentially carrying a vat of industrial-strength acid inside you right now, held back only by a thin, biological shield. Meet the tardigrade, also known as the water bear. This microscopic creature is the toughest survivor on the planet. It can survive the vacuum of space, temperatures near absolute zero, and even the crushing pressure of the deepest ocean trenches. Do you want to be part of the top 1% of people who truly understand how the world works? If you're enjoying this journey into the unknown, hit that subscribe button right now. We post deep dives into science, wealth, and the mysteries of the universe every week. Point Nemo is the most isolated location on Earth. Located in the middle of the South Pacific, it is over 1,400 miles away from the nearest land. In fact, Point Nemo is so remote that the closest human beings to it are usually the astronauts aboard the International Space Station. We have better maps of the surface of Mars and the Moon than we do of our own ocean floor. While we've mapped the entire global ocean at a low resolution, over 80% of it remains unobserved and unexplored by human eyes. Beneath the waves lie mountain ranges taller than the Himalayas. Have you ever learned a new word and then suddenly started seeing it everywhere? This is called the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon. It's not a glitch in the matrix, it's a trick of your brain's selective attention. Once you notice something, your brain starts looking for it to reinforce the new information. On the planets Neptune and Uranus, it literally rains diamonds. The intense atmospheric pressure on these gas giants is so great that it can compress carbon atoms into solid diamonds. Scientists believe that deep within these planets, there are diamond icebergs floating in seas of liquid carbon. Cleopatra lived closer to the invention of the iPhone than she did to the building of the Great Pyramid of Giza. The pyramids were already ancient history to her, built over 2,500 years before she was born. Your DNA is the most efficient storage device in existence. If you could decompress and stretch out all the DNA in a single human body, it would reach from Earth to Pluto and back, 6 times. Even more incredible is its data capacity. In 1839, the first ever photo of a person was taken by Louis Daguerre. But it was an accident. The exposure time was so long that everyone walking moved too fast to be captured. They appeared as invisible ghosts. However, one man stayed still, a man getting his shoes shined. If you took a standard piece of paper and managed to fold it in half 42 times, how thick do you think it would be? The actual answer? It would be thick enough to reach the moon. This is the power of exponential growth. About 2.4 billion years ago, the Earth experienced the Great Oxygenation Event. Tiny organisms called cyanobacteria started pumping out oxygen as a waste product. This waste was toxic to almost all other life on Earth, causing the first mass extinction. Finally, let's talk about the simulation hypothesis. High-level physicists have argued that there is a 99.9% chance we are living in a computer simulation. Are you the player, or just an NPC in someone else's game? Think about that the next time you look at the stars.